You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You showed me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. Am I awake or am I dreaming? So far gone, I won't look back. And when I move, there ain't no stopping me. You're pushing me up to the top. I saw the clouds looking angry, but then the sky reached my mind. And when I space out, I see the possibilities unfolding the way that I want. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose and set me free. You cut me loose. You make me win in every way. Win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. You cut me loose and set me free. You make me win in every way. You show me how to spread my wings. Yes, I'm the winner of the day. Yes, I'm the winner, yeah. 'Cause I'm the winner, yes. 'Cause I'm the winner, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yes, I'm the winner, yeah. Wait a minute, let me explain. 'Cause I know the exit for all your pain.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a somewhat delayed co-op clash presented by Premier Gaming. My name is TJ. I've got Caphriel with me today.
Hello.
Greetings. We did have a last-second substitution, which is what all that delay was about. 5K Esports can't make it. They have been replaced by Warrior and Jury. And Caphriel, I'm going to need a team name from you for Warrior and Jury.
You put me on the spot for naming things, and suddenly you're my least favorite person in the world.
All right, tell you what, I'll give you a second. We can start at the top of this game and kind of work our way through it. Does that sound good? And then
No, I've got a team
whenever
name for them.
inspiration strikes, no pressure. You can just
They're
tell
my
me what
favorite
you need.
people.
They're my favorite people. Okay.
My favorite people. Or you
Actual-
could call them Calf's Heroes.
Calf's heroes.
There you go. Because Jury runs these tournaments, and that makes him my hero.
All right. I think you have something on your nose over there. But, yeah.
Look, I stopped playing in the tournaments. I don't have anything to gain anymore.
A little bit of brown. Don't know what it is. Anyway. Welcome back to the tournament. I'm going to take a quick look at how everyone's doing, because we've had a relatively stable, I think, patch for a while. No major shifts in the meta, no major swings. We've gotten away from the assassins. Now we're kind of living in warrior land, by my last estimation.
Yeah. I was wondering about that, because last time I was here, assassins were the thing.
I came in on Ninja. She's running Rider, 2 human, couple of furries. Furries are being passed to her by a partner, Killshot, who seems to be going for the same kind of mix. So this is kind of interesting. This is what my theory was going to be the meta. That's a grammatically correct sentence, though it doesn't sound it. Which is, I was thinking the teams were going to start going for kind of a smattering of buffs. Goblin buff, undead buff, maybe a few furries, that kind of thing. Mix and match.
Rock.
Yeah.
Yup.
But
it's good.
I don't know whether or not we'll see that in competitive play, but to me it would make a hell of a lot of sense. Someone had a lot of goblins. Someone had a lot of goblins when we started, and now there are 2 teams with 2 goblins.
Warrior and Jury have 2 2-star furries between them.
Ew.
Yeah. Warrior's actually looking pretty good right now with 2 engineers, 2 furries, and 3 hunters on his board.
Even more ew. That's such a good start.
And one of them's a 2-star fire first, so that's a lot of damage output.
That's a disgustingly good start. That's some TJ dice rolls right there. So when I say ew, know that I'm aware I would be cheering if I were getting them.
Yeah, naturally. And it does look like they are gonna run over Ninja and Killshot, which will make Jury and Warrior the only undefeated team so far.
Sure, they're happy about that. Let's throw it down to Ninja and Killshot, because I think they are probably one of the teams that people expect to win here.
2 humans.
They seem to be running Rider these days, which is, whoa, Rider in the year of our Lord 2019, with some Hunter in the backlines.
Ninja's got a Flamecrawler already and some Frost Lotuses in the backline, so might be looking at a Sorcerer transition later. Flamecrawler this early is pretty good.
Yeah, let's go through the team names, just because I realized we didn't do that.
Yeah.
A Troubled Few plus Ninja, or a Troubled Few is Ninja plus Killshot. Chaotic D is Chaos Seraph plus D. Caph's Heroes. I just realized Chaotic D didn't fit. I'll have to reformat that. Caph's Heroes is Warrior and Jury. And last but not least, Team Combo Stealer is Vunon and Exash.
Nobody can hurt my hun-hun.
Whoa, Jury just got 2 upgrades, and it looks like he's now transitioning toward Assassins. So, back to Ninja and Killshot and their Riders, especially Ninja's Riders. One of the things I like about Riders early is they're strong early when you've got a bunch of 1-stars and it doesn't hurt too much. And it's not a big investment. They can give you a nice, stable, solid front line that lets you build up other stuff around it without having to work too hard if you get a few of them. And that'll carry you through a good part of the early game.
Yeah, and during our discussions where I've been like, ew, Riders. I've always, I think, acknowledged that Riders do have a time and a place for me in the early game. They're still a really powerful start if you can get them. And with 4 Riders, she certainly has a strong start. The worry for me in Riders is always that I don't see where they go late game these days. So I want to start seeing that pivot. The most obvious pivot for a Rider comp right now is into Human Sorcerer, because you can run Dragoon and Templar and have a really solid start to a Human Sorcerer lineup. Then your backline damage all comes from the Sorcerers, and your front line will be completed with a Werewolf and a General of War.
And the other place you can go with some riders is into Dragons if you get the Dragoon early. Haven't seen that be played much, but every time I see it played, it usually does pretty well. But
Dragons scare me.
Getting Dragoon early is already doing pretty well, so...
Yeah, so Dragons scare me, which, taken out of context, makes a lot more sense than it should. The composition doesn't,
scary about this.
like, obviously work to me, but whenever someone else runs it, as you said, it, like, dominates. What am I missing?
You've got to get all 3 Dragons.
Let's go make
You've got to get a high-level Dragoon. And the rest of it, I guess, depends on the draws. Usually I see people throw in, like, a couple more Elves and Riders to get more for that. So I think the answer to your earlier question about where do you go with Riders early game is win streak and interest, because you don't have to spend a lot of money.
And Ninja does have some pretty big bangs. 15 crystals in hers.
So I want to take a look at what's going on out at the bottom, actually, with KS and D-Boy, because they are doing that smattering of buffs you were talking about. They've got 2 Warlock, 2 Undead, 2 Beast. They haven't managed 2 Goblin, and they've got a Warrior frontline, and that was kind of hypothetically what you thought was going to be the best comp right now, and they're not doing great. Would you like to explain that?
Well, let me caveat it. I think the best comp is full warrior. But I will... Oh, and we do see a transition there. But I will say that I did really believe the smattering of buffs behind full warrior was where the meta was going. I've been surprised that doesn't seem to be where the meta is going, at least till late game. But I think it is strong. The reason why Chaos Seraph is currently struggling is because though they have 6 warriors, only 2 of them are 2-star, and both those 2-stars are getting passed. If you want to run a warrior comp, you need to re-roll a fair bit during the early game, get your warriors leveled up, get your warriors at 2-stars. Otherwise, they just get slaughtered by early game cyborg, early game rider comps, such as their meeting, who simply have more survivability and damage during the early game, no matter how late you go.
Yeah, I mean, you could also, I guess, try to rush levels and get the General of War faster, because that's always a nice find for a warrior comp, but I agree that you do need to get your warriors leveled up.
The big problem with warrior comp is that you don't have... There aren't very many late game warriors. It's General of War, and that's kind of it. So, and Goblin, Berserker, and Executioner. You're right.
Yeah, there's actually 3 of them.
3 of them, yay. But those 3 aren't enough to carry a front line, particularly when you're going 6 warrior. So the other 3 of your units need to be 2 and 3 stars at this point in the game. You need to be building those 2 and 3 stars so that come late game, you're not hamstrung by the fact that you have a 2-star Wukong in the middle of your otherwise solid lineup.
Right. And the Wukong is one of the important ones because it's, when you're running warrior, it's your AoE damage.
You think so? I do. I don't normally keep my Wukong. Maybe I should reconsider that.
Don't even try to...
I normally...
You've got to get it to 3-star if you're going to use it, but...
I normally like to keep around the Werewolf and the Glutton because they combo into buffs I want. And
the Glutton, absolutely.
And then I go Beast because I get the team damage buff.
So, I actually have had a bit of luck if I can keep a Puffer around, and then depending on what I'm looking for my backline, just picking up, if I'm looking for our Hunters, getting the Oceanborn buff at the first tier, and getting that magic resistance just makes your warriors tanky against everything.
Yeah.
And helps a little bit with the stuff you might otherwise be weak against.
No, it's also solid. Ocean. My problem normally is I can't level up the General Puffer quick enough. So I end up just discarding him because for some reason everyone wants a General Puffer. Puff Daddy, as I call him.
I have that experience usually, and then the last time I played, I just kept getting puffers thrown at me, and I ended up with a 3-star puffer and was still getting puffers.
Sounds
So I'm
like,
getting a little worried about Chaos Seraph here.
It sounds like Tencent was handing you Puff Daddies.
Yeah.
Maybe Tencent was. You're right. This is a good time to be worried about Chaos Seraph.
He's gotten up to 8. They and D-Boy are both at 8. Warriors at 8. Nobody else is.
But
2
they're
people
broke,
are still at
Cass.
6, but they are broke. They are gonna have to start winning rounds and getting win streaks.
And critically, all of the level ups they've invested in are for naught if they don't have the units on the board that can take the hits. Right now, playing into Warrior, Chaos Seraph is still struggling despite having ostensibly an advantage in his quick leveling because so many of his units are at 1 star.
Yeah, and that's rough. Now, in his favor, he did just win a round.
General of War!
Oh, General of War. That's going to help a lot.
All right, my boy's got it. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
This is solid from Chaos Seraph. Now what he's looking for is to trade out that Marsh Lord with the Undead Warlock come late game, because then he can also can the Famine. I'm not a big fan of keeping the Famine around when you have other options. So you can the Famine, you bring in the Undead Warlock, you get the Undead buff and the Warlock buff from the same character, and you work with it.
Yeah, it's the Undead Warlock's also really good in a warrior comp because it heals your warriors.
What a front line. Add the General of War to any lineup, and it suddenly becomes 10 times more devastating, especially to what I like to term swarm lineups like this. Because the way this composition is going to work, ideally, is it overwhelms the front line and then just chews up the back line. Front to back fighting. If you can stun the entire enemy board with a General of War stun, then your front line is all doing damage while the opponent front line isn't for a solid 30 seconds or whatever it is.
So
that's enough to completely change how effective your comp is.
It's that General of War stun is a game changer.
Let's talk Exash. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, I was about to say Zesh is running a similar comp but does not have the General of War and is losing.
He did get the other 2 late game warriors. He's got himself the Goblin Berserker and an Executioner. Goblin Berserker does a ton of damage, but if you don't have the front line to keep him safe, all that damage is irrelevant.
So I think also one of the problems he has right now is he doesn't have that undead buff either. He's got 7 warriors on the field, which is good. But if he could take off one of the weaker ones to get the undead buff, I think that would be worth it.
Again, this is where that Undead Warlock that I love so much is a lifesaver, because it lets you get all the buffs you want while cutting out some of it.
And Killshot and Ninja have dropped to the bottom now.
Yeah, quick shout though, he does have a Kraken on his bench. If he can play that Kraken in for something, I think maybe one of his warriors. And actually, he just got past the Undead Warlock from his buddy. So this is entirely doable. Take that Marsh Lord out, put in the Kraken.
Oh yeah.
In my opinion.
Oh yeah. I would actually say take the oh yeah, that's the Marsh Lord. I'm sorry, I forgot the name.
There you go. Look at that.
There's the Kraken switch. And Warrior is remaining at 90 HP when everybody else has dropped below 60.
Yeah.
Running Human Warrior Sorcerer.
This was kind of what we talked about. I think, and have thought for a while.
It was gonna be Ninja.
For a while, that Human Sorcerer is the strongest composition in the game. The difficulty is, especially in competitive play, it is very difficult to get to it. But he's made up for that by having pretty buff frontliners and more going Sorcerer than Human. You can see, actually, He's only
Yeah.
got 4 humans, 4 sorcerers are the
And
strength
the
of his
human
comp.
sorcerers are all 1-stars.
Yeah. Let's throw down with Ninja and Killshot, because as you mentioned, they've kind of dropped. And Ninja had all the benefits going for her. Early Flame Caller we hyped up very much. She's got most of a pivot to that human comp, but she's just short 1 to get the cooldown resets. And that's what hurts, because everyone wants some of those humans, specifically the General of War. It is very, very difficult to get the 6 humans in competitive play.
And she's still got that rider front line, and most of them are 1-stars, and that does not scale to this point in the game at all.
And if you can't, like, I'm looking at her bench right now. Sell some of this which doesn't play to your composition. Get rid of the Owl Boy, get rid of the Void Destruction. Don't 2-star your Unicorn Rider. Maybe, okay. Trade it out. Solid.
The Owl's, I think, an important pass for Killshot, though.
Oh,
because that
she's
was
passing it.
Yeah. Because that's getting Killshot to 6 Beast.
And 4 Druids, which is making all those upgrades happen
Yep.
quicker. But she needs, like, the Void Destruction. I'm a call out. Get rid of that Void Destruction. Not because the Void Destruction is bad, but because no matter what Ninja does right now, she must be re-rolling for her 6 humans. Because if composition comes online, it is safe and fine the second she gets 6 human. Till then, it will not win. She's on 7 HP. Sell everything that isn't winning you rounds right now, because you will not get another chance.
And she never even got the 6th rider, so she didn't even have that going for her. So that's
and she has this
super
like
rough.
Calamity on her bench too.
Yeah.
I don't know what world
that's
you're
a
living
thing.
in, but you're not going to be living in it in like 2 seconds. Drop the Calamities, play that General of War. General of War in for the Calamity, you've just been saved, you're fine. What is the hesitation, Ninja?
Yeah, there's no good reason for that. She did it.
Yes.
I want to know why still passing the 1-star Templar Knight over to Killshot.
Look, it's been a rough few rounds, okay?
Yeah.
Does
Like,
Killshot
that gets Killshot
have...
the 2
No.
human, but
It should be the General of War now that she...
General of War at this point, yeah.
Okay, now we see if this saves her. Because I do think it will. You'll see those recasts, you'll see that stun. That's
If
massive.
we see the recasts.
But her entire backline just got CC'd. And that might mean that she's not safe after all.
Yeah. Yup.
Too little, too late. Ninja is the first player. Eliminates it.
And Killshot drops to 6 HP. And this is a little surprising because as you said, Ninja and Killshot were definitely a favorite. But the only player who's doing better than dying at the moment is Warrior, who is now up to 6 sorcerers.
If you've watched the Premier Gaming tournaments for a while, a Troubled Few will be a very recognizable team now. And the fact that they are about to go out in last place is very worrying.
It's a big upset. Why is it worrying? That's exciting. That means that we've got some fantastic new faces.
Anyway. Got lifesteal on, or the totem from the Witch Doctor on Killshot's board. He seems to be going full beast.
Yeah.
And this round, it worked. The thing with beast comp, and he's hit 6, is once you have critical mass, you start absolutely destroying people. Like he just hit Chaos Seraph so hard he one-shotted him from like 20 HP.
The big trouble in the long term I see for Killshot is that Owl Boy is not getting leveled up. Not unless he gets his own.
What is it actually called? Night Owl.
Night Owl.
I like Owl Boy more though. I'm gonna stick to it.
Owl Boy was a good game.
DC Comics presents The Adventures of Owl Boy. You know?
Yeah.
In this case, it's limited run. Because he's not leveling up anytime soon. He's not getting the sequel. No spin-offs. No crossover events.
Taste my side.
His comp is pretty solid at the moment. He's, I think, got a good chance of holding on at least until Dubois drops, maybe,
I need more bait.
and not taking last place. But
Well,
I think the next time that Warrior attacks him, he's going to be in some trouble.
yeah, he just doesn't win late game. That's the problem.
Actually, he might do okay against Warrior. He's got assassins backing his beasts.
Warrior's corner stranding.
Yeah.
The sorcerers
Yeah,
will
I
just
see
chew
that.
him up.
It depends, I guess, on whether or not anything moves out of the corner.
A little bit of RNG.
Yep.
This is versus Jury. Very important because Jury has just 11 HP. And despite his teammate dragging him to the top here. You can see such an important part of how this composition dominates people is if you're running single target like Hunters, for example, you just have so many pets running around that you can't do anything to you can't target them all because say you have a Stalker drone in the backline. The Stalker drone has just as good a chance of shooting one of the pets as it does shooting one of the characters that is summoning the pets. If every summoner has summoned 2 pets, maybe more, then it quickly becomes more likely that your backline damage sources are targeting characters that don't matter than the characters that are summoning. So,
It gets out of hand real fast.
Beast Comp destroys Hunter comps. And Jury dies to it. Actually,
he didn't
died to
attack
Voodoo.
Jury. Yeah. But Dubois is out.
Yep, we lose Dubois and Chaos Seraph. Which means Chaotic D have last place and are the first team eliminated.
And it's not looking good for Killshot here, so I think that
Oh my
Troubled
God.
Few is
One
now second
round.
place, or third place. But held on for just long enough. And now we're going to see if Warrior by themselves can beat Vunon and Zash.
Alright, first 2 teams decided. A Troubled Few gets 20 points for 3rd place. Chaotic D gets 10 points for 4th.
Oh, those are some big upgrades for Vunon.
Uh-huh. He's got Warrior, Warlock, Oceanborn, Beast, Human, Goblin, Undead. Basically, exactly what we talked about at the head of the game. You have your solid Warrior frontline, you back it up with a smattering of other things. Exesh, his teammate, has the same comp, but it should be less effective because he has fewer other buffs. The difference is he has a ton of CC. He has a ton of stuns. He is the trifecta.
Yeah. Do you know what I'd like to see Zesh get? Maybe... if he had more HP, I'd say I'd like to see him get up to level 9 and throw in a 3rd Hunter or a 2nd Beast.
Uh-oh.
But I don't think he's got the HP to wait that long.
He might not have the HP to do anything for long.
He's okay. He's okay.
3 HP.
He needs to start spending on something.
Yep, he did have 50 in the bank. What do you spend on? It looks like just rerolls. He's just looking to get 2 and 3 stars on the board.
No, I agree.
2-star.
Vunon
I
just
like this.
passed him the 3-star Ice Husk, which he hadn't done last time, which got him up to the 2 Beast combo and gives him a 3-star on his board.
Mm-hmm. And he gets 2-star on the General of War, which I also like.
Big deal. That means the General of War is significantly more likely to survive long enough to get a 2nd giant stun sword out.
His big problem versus Warrior last time was his tightly packed backline just got shredded by the AoE sorcerer damage coming through. That just happened again. The difference is some of his front line could survive those hits. And maybe...
He's not going to make it.
Maybe... Oh, no.
Nope. What I would have liked to have seen from both of them, and I would still like to see from Vunon, is spreading out more in order to make the sorcerer AoEs less impactful.
Warrior and Vunon head-to-head. Warrior representing Caps Heroes, Vunon representing Combo Stealer.
Well, head to Treasure Warden to head.
They're running parallel to the battle arena, where they'll face head-to-head.
Yeah. So Vunon did just do a formation shift, and I don't know if he's going to keep it that way after the Treasure Warden.
Treasure, yeah.
Yeah. But I would like to see a little bit of a split, especially from his back line, so that they don't all get nuked by the same stuff.
Okay. So Vunon's kind of running the flying V.
There it
you go.
is.
There's the spread out shift, as you asked for. I'm looking at his board. The only things that really concern me are the fact that he's still got a famine out. I can't imagine that's doing too much damage. What items? Does he have items on it? Yeah, a lot of items.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know what else he put it on his board, but that's more of a problem than an excuse.
I mean, at this point, you put the daggers on the Ice Tusk because the Ice Tusk has an open slot and does a lot of damage per hit.
I like it. Boom. Actually, oh my god, that Ice Tusk hurts. Alright, big fan of that call, actually. Good stuns land onto the Sorcerer backline, but you can see the effect they have on even the one caps they get off. Barely does Vunon
But
win on
he
his
holds.
board. Warrior
So,
wins on his board.
No one can escape their fate.
that they're supposed to go head to head now.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, that sounds like a
Watch
bug.
my back.
No,
Let's put
the
an
boards are
end
still
to this.
separate, even though they
Watch
face
my
head to head.
back. Let's
The
put an
dice
end
rolls
to
are still
this.
different between the two players at the end.
I
On
thought
your
they
s-
changed that in a recent patch.
On your screen,
Maybe it
the
only-
dice rolls are different.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. So one thing I want to see here is whether or not Vunon's going to get up to level 9, and if so, what he's going to do with it, because he is sitting on that bank. But I think that if Warrior's able to get some of the stuff that's on his board upgraded a little bit more, especially the General of War, the higher level is going to start really helping him a lot. Although you could also say that the extra level is just getting him that Lilith on his board, which is a 3-star that isn't contributing to any of his combos.
If I'm
Vunon survives. Warrior should lose this round. But
Yep.
his Lightbringer is continuously the tankiest thing in his lineup, so go figure.
Well, it's the furthest back in the corner.
It seems to always take... How much HP does he
I
have?
don't
40
like
4,000.
what he has done with his daggers. He's got 3 daggers on the Lightbringer, and I don't like that because the Lightbringer spends a lot of time charging its ability. And now he's put...
That might be why... it might just be that you want that Lightbringer cast to come up as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
So when you have the daggers, that means they're auto-attacking more, which means they're generating that ult faster, which means the Lightbringer
Yeah.
cast comes out soon.
I would just like to see the dagger maybe on one of the big hard hitters in the comp.
Well, I mean, I guess you could give it to Lilith, but as you pointed
Yeah.
out below, it's not doing a whole lot. So it may be just
I
more
mean, it's
worth it to have the
doing a bunch of
Lightbringer.
damage, but the Lightbringer casts are not saving him, so I'd like to see him mix something up.
Counterpoint. Oh, never mind.
No.
Never mind. Did not save him. Another hit. Warrior down to 62. Look at Vunon's
Your
back.
formation
He kind
is
of brushed
half
over
the
them.
task.
He's
Yeah.
got 53
Yeah.
crystals.
Yeah, he's winning rounds. He doesn't have a need to spend. I agree with us. If he can get enough bank to get up to level 9 and then still have money to buy something that's going to be useful, that will help him quite a bit.
There's no real point in him rushing a level up right now because he has nothing to play.
Yeah.
So what he can do over the next few turns is just spend 10 crystals a turn, if not more, depending on win streak, to reroll, to plumb the bank, see what comes out.
I think the thing that Warrior needs here is the General of War level up.
Uh-oh. Vunon! Pray!
Oh. What happened?
Just bet
What
good
changed?
RNG.
Better RNG?
Good RNG from Warrior Sorcerers can always win
Yeah.
rounds.
Yeah,
Vunon
and-
has 2 rounds here to re-roll, so I want to see him do that now. And he invests it looking towards a level up, which I will continue to insist doesn't make a whole lot of sense because I don't know what he's
The
going
only-
to play.
The only play I see here is as soon as the Fire Golems are over, he levels up and then he starts rolling and he's looking to get like a 1-star legendary that's going to make a big difference or something.
He can level up next turn.
Yeah. So, do you think either of them is gonna, or both of them rather, are gonna survive to the Ice Wolves?
Defeat them. They submitted.
You had the Ice Wolves. Has it been 3 games where you've won because the Ice Wolves have killed the other dude?
It's been 3 games. It's been 3 games in the last 2 days that the Ice Wolves have eliminated my final opponent. Now, I can't say that I would have won without them doing that because I think I was still winning, but that's a lot of wins thanks to the Ice Wolves, and he's gotten the level up, and he picked up a glutton, I guess, to just sit on it. Yeah, no, I agree with Killshot in chat. I want to see him pick up Shakaraka if he can find one.
Doesn't look like it.
I
Glutton
don't think this
seems to be
1-star
the call.
glutton is going to make a difference.
Tankier than any other 1-star you can pick up.
It's true, but it's just going to die when the sorcerers go off, and it's not doing a bunch of damage before that. There it goes on his board.
I mean, right, but like tankier than any other 1-star you can pick up, so I see why the call was made.
Yeah.
Lightbringer V2. Lightbringer loses.
I didn't defeat
On
them.
Warrior's
They
screen,
submitted willingly.
he
Ties and holds.
It's a win.
So, do you think that the
Watch my back.
sorcerer
Let's
comp
put an
with
end
human
to this.
resets or the beast comp with the summons at the start is more RNG dependent? Or let me rephrase the question: which of them
Late
do you think
game?
is more stable and reliable?
Late game beast comp is less RNG dependent, but also worse.
Yeah.
Early game beast comp is more RNG dependent, but also better. Late game sorcerer comp, anything can happen off the dice rolls, but it is a better composition. Because even if you get like low percent rolls, you still do a ton of damage mid-round. Case in point. Wow, Vunon, that upgrade that just came through is gonna, I think, finish him. Yeah, 8 HP left.
He's alive.
Warrior also looking for a
Going up to 10?
Well,
Oh no! Why did he just do that?
huh,
Did he miscount?
maybe. How much? Do you know how much the Lightbringer sells for? 3, right?
4. It's a
4?
tier 4.
Sell Lightbringer plus General of War.
It is.
He's trying to play
Yeah.
it. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Hurrah.
Doesn't have enough time.
So I like the idea of trying to play a second General of War or a second Lightbringer. If he's really
Yeah.
concerned about losing, if he were low HP, he would have sold them and played them. But there's no reason
Oh,
to.
the Lilith is getting passed. Yeah,
There's
that
no
was
reason
some,
to, because Vunom's losing. That's going to be game, I think.
And that'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got more than enough. Oh, maybe not. If he gets the Lightbringer
The Goblin
down,
Boy!
he survives.
5
Yeah.
HP! Goblin Berserker saves the day! Okay. Level up happens. Second Lightbringer gets put in. Vunon, what you got? Unfortunately, not much.
He's got a Void Doom still, and I don't really think that's what he needed.
Void Doom's fat. Good AoE damage, especially against the clustered backline he's facing.
Yeah.
Um,
It's got the damage reduction on its special, which can matter. Oh no, I'm confusing that with the Undead Sorcerer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good. But
the
I
AoE,
think
the
he
AoE
needed some...
damage, like if that all lands on the backline, it will win him rounds. The problem is the rest of his team isn't surviving until then, I don't think. We can
Yeah.
watch this Void Doom cast come through.
Oh, it's gonna get
Oh,
silenced.
it's silenced, stunned, doesn't even get to cast.
Yeah.
That's likely the game.
So that's a good opportunity to talk about a recent change that was made, which was the enormous buff to the Starhorn.
Finally. Hashtag
The Starhorn-
Furry-nation.
The Starhorn went from being kind of okay to... Wait, are we going to intermission?
We will. I'm letting you talk now.
The Starhorn went from kind of okay with a kind of a burst silence and some damage to a big AoE 3-second silence,
Mm-hmm.
which is General of War tier oppression.
Yeah. And it had gone from being really solid, kind of okay, is a good description, to kind of bad, to now it's good, solidly.
Yeah.
And that buff, I think, as you said, puts it in the same tier as General of War. I think it generally makes it a must pick up if you're running a Sorcerer comp. There you see how it works out. Caphriel's Heroes, carried by Warrior, get 40 points for the win. Combo Stealer in second, get 30. A Troubled Few with 20, and Chaotic with 10. That's our
You forgot
standings
the bonus points.
at the end. Oh yeah, you're right. How many bonus points? He had 50 HP, right?
I think he was in the 50s.
All right, I'm gonna hit him with 5, and chat can tell me when I get it wrong. Ah, there we go.
They're reliable that way.
45 points to Cav's Heroes. I think he had 51 HP. Could be wrong.
Drew says 30s. I don't think Warrior was that low. We can ask Warrior maybe.
We could. Well, I'll pull up the YouTube feed and check. All right, we'll get a quick break. We'll be back with game number 2 because that is only game 1 of 2. When we return, it will be a second chance for these teams and a second chance for someone to unseat Warrior. Don't go far. We'll be right back after this.
You're nothing but mine, and the sooner you realize that for all the time, I'm the one you can't sacrifice. I'm the first and the last you ever get.
We are back with the Co-op Clash presented by Premier Gaming. My name is still TJ, still got Caphriel.
Do you, though?
Yes, I got you. He wanted to be somewhere else tonight, but I got him. We're heading into game...
There is nowhere else I'd rather be than right here and right now, TJ.
Oh my god, you have nailed the esports caster line. I'm so happy for you. We are right back at game number 2.
I want to die.
Hey. I'm loading it as we speak. Of course, we did have the standings coming out of game 1. Now's a great time to touch on how they work. If you finish in first place, you get 40 points, 10 less for every placing afterwards. So 30 for third, 30 for second, 20 for third, and so forth. You also get 1 bonus point for every 10 HP you have when you win. So because Cap's Heroes finished that game with a grand total of 50 or 42 HP between them, they finished with 44 points. Hey, Cap.
Hey, TJ.
How's your cat doing? Is she still in your lap?
No, she left. I'm sad.
That's rough. Early
I'm just
comps.
clicking through.
I got a cyborg.
Huh?
I got cyborgs.
There's, in fact, more than one person going cyborgs.
That's a little bit sad.
Yeah.
No.
Good.
I disagree. Chaos Seraph isn't a real cyborg homie.
Jury
He's
and
just
Killshot.
exploring.
Jury and Killshot.
Jury's got one. Okay. Okay.
Jury might bail out of it.
You know what? He ain't a real one.
But if they both stick with it and compete for it, that's going to be fantastic for the other two teams.
That's going to be a great call for everyone else. Chaos Seraph, despite me claiming he's not a real one, gets 2-star on a Steelfest. Jury
Oh boy.
still only has 2.
So this sounds like great news for Zesh and Vunon, except that Vunon also has a couple of cyborgs on his board.
Man,
so
did a memo go
what
out
is
that we
going
missed?
on?
Hey guys, this game, everyone runs cyborgs, okay?
So, I believe on their Twitter, the Chess Rush team confirmed that there is a fixed deck for the game.
Yeah.
So, I suppose this means that on those initial offers, everyone drew cyborgs somehow.
Yeah, because even though there's a fixed deck, there's still sizable RNG in what people get in the opening few rounds.
There are so many people still buying more cyborgs that I am actually starting to get a little bit concerned.
Yeah, if you are investing in cyborgs and you realize that other people are out investing you in cyborgs, you bail real quick. Because only one person, if that, is going to get enough cyborgs to make the cyborg comp work. Now, what is a thing that people were running pretty successfully for a while was cyborg plus assassin. I believe the problem is, though, right now, assassins have been nerfed pretty sizably, so cyborg plus assassin is not the be-all end-all it used to be.
And that's what Warrior is running right now, and he just lost.
The poor boy.
Much more exciting to me is Ninja, who appears to be trying to move into some kind of Demon Punisher or Warrior Punisher build. Which is exciting to me because it's different from what everybody else on the board is doing.
Yeah, to be clear, I'm actually a big advocate of picking up a couple cyborgs during the early game. You can, like, if you can get a 2-star Steelfest, it supports a lot of weirder comps. Because it's, like, the solidest frontline. So if you're trying to go, for instance, Human Sorcerer, get a 2-star Steelfest, let him be your beefy boy, and that'll get you to the mid-game when you can pick up enough humans to actually make the comp work. Problem, if everyone's going cyborg, don't go for a comp that involves cyborgs. Don't aim for a late-game cyborg comp. I don't know if any of these players are doing that, but when we see people continuing to pick up cyborgs after noticing that everyone else is going cyborg and continuing to reinvest in those cyborgs, then we start to worry. They're headed for that late game cyborg, and they're going to have a bad time.
There's only 2 people with 3 cyborgs still on their board. That's Killshot and Jury.
That's
But
one
there
too
is
many.
There's also Chaos with a 2-star Steel Fist on their board.
Aren't you a future
Which-
cyborg, Kath?
4 beasts.
If all goes well.
All right. So basically, you have a regeneration buff. That's what I'm getting.
That's the hope.
Perfect. Vunon has the Warrior comp backed by a Miss Supersonic, which is much more sane than it looked initially. This is backline Miss Supersonic and then Warriors for the front line, which is like entirely reasonable. You just get a solid 2-star in the Miss Supersonic and you're like, oh, I'd like to make this work.
So chat says that no thanks to keeping cyborgs. And I would like to say that I lost a very upsetting game earlier this week to somebody who got the full cyborg comp with both legendary cyborgs.
Yeah. And if you can get that 6 cyborg comp with like decent early game rolls, you can make it happen. The real problem is you need to know that's what you're doing from the very beginning. That entails re-rolling a ton during the early game to make sure you have the 2- and 3-star early game cyborgs.
Is Killshot doing?
I'm gonna get there. You need 2-star Steel Fist, 2-star Ground Smashers right now in order to have a hope of getting them to 3-star in the late game. Let's talk Killshot, though. He is top of the cards, mostly off the back of a solid early game cyborg start, but he's mostly just going for solid early game units. And his bench, as you point out, is more diverse than a college recruitment ad.
Ignoring that, I think he's trying to transition into the Beast Druid combo again. And I don't know if I like this, although that werewolf he just got will help quite a bit.
Yeah. Okay. Beast, like, I'm fine. Check. Druid, I don't think I believe in them so much. Druids are okay during the early game. Solid during the mid game because you get them up to 2- and 3-star. But they are less effective units than almost any other unit at 3-star once you get to late game. Like,
but I think but you can't do the Beast comp without 2 Druids.
So maybe you just run the Druids to kind of carry you through the mid game, go full Beast late.
So one thing I do like is that they recently changed so you don't have to put all of the Druids on your board in order to get the level up bonus.
That really was a prolonged battle.
Well, I always just kept one on my bench and dipped it in, so, you know.
Well, you don't have to do that anymore.
Nice. Less mechanics.
And
That's good. Because
that significantly reduces the APM burden for doing the Druid comp.
So, we do have the werewolf here with the witch doctor. That's enough to make this Druid Beast thing go, but I don't think it's what Killshot is aiming for, at least as simple as that. Even though his bench says Beast, you know, his body says Cyborg. And I'm not sure what to make of it. I think he's just keeping his options open, going for solid early game, and seeing what happens. And I respect that. Strong and independent. Let's talk about the people that are losing.
Oh no, my heroes.
Your heroes are on the bottom of the board. Vunon at 51 HP. Let's glance at his comp first, because I think it's important to note he does have 6 Warrior. Only 2 of those are 2-star, one being passed as a 2-star Glutton, one he's keeping. It's a 2-star Bangar. Yay! He's got enough that this could happen, but he really does need to level up, and that's going to mean that he's going to lose some of his economy to reroll or get very, very lucky.
Yeah, I think as long as he doesn't lose too much more HP in the next few rounds, he's probably going to be okay. And I don't know about that pass of the 2-star Supersonic to their teammate. I guess that's just adding in some backline damage there.
There's nothing wrong with the 2-star Supersonic. It's not great, but during early game, 2-star anything's fine. Hey, Caph.
Hey, TJ.
I have a message from the Twitch chat I would like you to read. Do you see it?
Smells nice.
I decline.
I think that kind of spoken word poetry is incredible.
So are you referring to Drew's message or Orange's message?
Definitely Drew's message. Just like the first 2 lines. Come on.
The Witch Doctor? I told the Witch Doctor I was in love with you. I told the Witch Doctor I was in love with you, and then the Witch Doctor, he told me what to do. He said that, come on, pick it up with me here.
Ooh ee ooh ah ting tang walla walla
bing bang. Come on, don't you know this song?
No, not by heart.
Oh no. I was gonna sing it with you, but not if you're gonna not sing.
I don't know well enough. Oh well. Thanks, Drew. Let's talk comps for the bottom of the board, though. Your heroes are struggling. Jury's still sticking to that cyborg we encouraged him to step away from.
4 cyborg, 4 assassin. I think Jury is making mistakes.
But Warrior's making them with him. Relying on some assassins. Oh no, they're being passed. Okay. Warrior is benefiting from the mistakes of Jury. His actual composition seems to be human-focused again. Some riders for frontline.
Does he have the Dragoon? I don't think so, no. I'd feel much better about Warrior's composition if one of his riders right now was a Dragoon, or if he picked that up soon.
Poor Warrior. He's gone.
Oh, no. Oh, oof. That's not too bad. Close.
Man, Jury just saved him, but ironically, he could not save himself.
Yeah.
It's like Star Wars.
So,
have you ever heard the story of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Stop. Let's talk about Ninja, who's down to 23 HP.
Sure. Demon Punisher
has made it up to 4 Punishers, but those are not the demons you want for your Punishers.
I thought you were gonna say these are not the demons we're looking for.
You're looking for?
Nice. Okay, we got there. Yep. Beast, as you say, with it, and those demons don't really work with the Demon Punisher comp. I'm not a giant fan of the Lilith or Nether Priest. Nether Priest by themselves. I don't know. This is generally like a composition that could work if they got the 2 stars or a little bit more synergy, and they're just not quite there.
And then the rest of the comp, I don't like 3 assassins with Punishers. You don't need more damage. You need something that's going to tank stuff while your demons are dishing out the damage.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, having the Warlock buff, I agree with.
The Nether Prince
that's a use for the Nether Prince.
The Nether Prince, the reason I don't like pushing the Nether Prince for the Warlock buff is because during this mid-game phase, if you can't level them up, they just don't do enough damage right now. And especially in a composition like this, that Nether Prince is going to get assassinated versus all these people running assassins.
Yeah, and chat says that Executioner will replace Lilith once it shows up, but I don't think Ninja's going to live that long.
Could be rough. Ninja, are you to be the first one out again? She struggled last game. There are the assassins into the backline. As I said, you see that Nether Prince just instantly fold.
Yeah. And this is not a good matchup when you're running up against this.
None of the matchups she's facing are. Like, that's the problem. And 2 HP.
2 HP.
Poor Ninja. Killshot was topping the board, just took a big hit though.
Big,
So
big hit.
a troubled few are troubled once more. A very troubled few.
So Ninja's got the fire wolves here, and then is gonna need to pull something out of the hat.
I bring fear upon
And
Reaches
I
in.
don't think the thing to pull out of the hat is more assassins.
Have you heard
Although
about the
I would
Horned Menace, though?
I would immediately swap the Horned Menace for the Venom.
We'll have to see if she can make. I actually like the Venom. I think more than you do. I think the Venom is pretty powerful.
Oh no, the Venom's really powerful, but the Horned Menace would slow down the rate at
the
which
stuns.
Ninja's board dies.
The stuns from the Horned Menace would stand a better chance of keeping, say, the Nether Prince alive. So,
Right.
I got you.
And the 3-star Nightingale is fantastic, but it can't carry your team alone. It will die.
All right, Ninja. 2 HP.
Time to spend.
36 in the bank. That better go away, and
Leveling
it does.
up.
She spends everything for a level up. Horned Menace out? No. 2-star Totem Face. No, Voodoo Elder.
Voodoo Elder
I
in.
see.
That gets with the Warlock buff back.
Uh-huh.
And just sold the Horned Menaces. And
Menace
I don't
side.
agree with this. There's not going to be time to do anything useful here now.
Those are Horned Menace eye. The
Oh, there is
reason-
a Horned Menace on the board. Is
Killshot's
Killshot sending
passing.
it?
So the
Killshot's
reason-
passing it.
The reason she sold that was because she was getting it in the past. You can see her Nether Prince is instantly deleted, though, against the heavy assassin comp she's facing. And that
Yup.
means this is probably game for Ninja. Cyborgs through the
so
front line.
close.
Assassins! The turn from the Assassins, baby! That Lilith's
Yeah.
strong, though, and Ninja is gone. Off of Twitch, and now out of the tournament. She left to go to Mixer.
Alas, Ninja vanished.
I feel like iKillshot's doing some heavy lifting here.
Yeah.
Because despite, like, Ninja normally has a better day than this. I don't know if it was just some bad rolls today or more than that.
It looked like they were trying to experiment a little bit, which I can't really disagree with.
It's hard to oppose experimentation in science, but
Yeah.
it's left Killshot running more standard compositions. He's got his beast much stronger this time.
Oh yeah,
2-star Owlboy on his own board.
it's straw, and that's real good.
Yeah. You can see the benefits that's given him. Look at all those summons.
Dark magic is the best magic.
So who do you think's going to be out next? Vunan's at 19 HP, but Jury's still running cyborgs.
You bring up a compelling argument for both of them. Jury's cyborg comp, to be fair, is coming along. He's at
Yeah.
5 cyborgs. If he can just get lucky on the rolls, he's good.
I don't actually like that Stalker drone in on
Really?
Jury's board.
Stalker
Why?
drone does a lot.
Stalker drone does a lot of damage, but I would put in the 2-star Steel Fist instead.
Is he being past that flamethrower?
He has to be, I think. Because Warrior's running Sorcerers, so Warrior's got the 2-star Flamecaller.
Be very upset if he was playing a 2-star flamethrower. He's knocked
And
down
Warrior
to
just
9.
had a rough time.
Uh-oh. Vunon to 15? 9 HP.
Oh,
on Jury.
Vunon was low, and we were looking at Vunon, and Vunon's comp is looking pretty good right now, so I'd rather go look at D-Boy, who just dropped to 6 HP.
Yep. He's got a
Oh,
solid...
no.
He's got a solid comp on paper. Ryder with a Goblin backline running the CC in, and he just got a lot better as he completes the Undead buff and the Human buff and the Hunter
Yeah.
buff.
That helps a lot.
Jury gets a 2-star soccer drone.
Okay, now I agree with the soccer drone.
We'll see if it saves him. I think he's still at most risk for elimination versus like these assassin comps. We'll see how it goes. They go in and mostly hit the cyborgs they're supposed to hit. Do still get the stalker drone down. The turns are pretty good as well. Those beefy cyborgs are gone, and this is probably Jury's game.
I think those cyborgs are actually going to take out D-Boy.
He's gone. D-Boy's gone as well.
That is D-Boy out of the...
Did Jury get D-Boy just as he died?
Jury got D-Boy.
Rough.
But went down, so...
He's on a roll.
Yeah, no, like I was saying earlier, I think Vunon's comp was good, and that's why I wanted to take a break and go look at the people who are about to die. Vunon hit that 6 warrior and a little bit of everything.
Yeah. And this is, like I said, kind of the comps I love. 6 warrior and a little bit of everything solid when you can back it up with the stuns like he does with the Kraken with the General of War. You're even more set.
The only concern I have for Vunon is that Vunon is probably never going to have an economy again. Chaos is running 6 assassins.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I'm excited. That's chaotic.
6 assassin, 2 undead, 2 beast, and a bunch of riders.
That is exactly as chaotic as I'd hoped for. Lots of 2 stars on the assassins.
Yeah, I mean, that's on paper, that's a good comp.
We've seen assassin comps fall out of favor, though. They just don't do enough damage these days is the thought, but as chat has noticed, undoubtedly, he's at 67 HP.
Yeah, and that's probably going to work pretty well against Warrior, I would say. But I don't know if that's going to do anything against Vunon's Warriors, if Vunon can get a few of those Warriors 2-starred. He's short 1 general or 1 werewolf of getting those ones up, and he's actually defending against Chaos right now.
I'll flip over to his board.
We have some science.
This would be an elimination round if Vunon lost it badly. He does not, holding pretty strong into Chaos Seraph. Chaos Seraph wins his own round. Ixash doesn't even take a hit. Did everyone except Warrior win that round? They did.
Yeah. TJ, chat would like an occasional overview of everyone's boards once in a while.
There are so few players left. We have seen everyone's boards. Warrior has 5 human, 3 sorcerer. Basically going human sorcerer.
Yeah, just not quite there and needs that last human in order to make this work. Doesn't have the Lightbringer, and that hurts.
I Kill Shot's Druid Beast has reached its final form. Unfortunately, still Druid Beast.
3-star Owlboy.
Nice! But, like, not really, because a lot of comps will beat this once their CC rolls through. Vunon's may not be one of them, to be fair.
You know what won't beat that? Is many of the comps that are currently in the game right now.
Yeah. For instance, the Sorcerer comp blows that up in theory.
Yeah. If Warrior gets the Sorcerer comp running, that's going to be rough for Killshot. But I would favor Killshot's comp over Chaos's Assassins or either of the Warrior comps of Sesh and Vunon.
Yeah, Warrior currently sitting at 1 away from the full human comp. Chaos.
Yeah, like I said, he needs that Lightbringer. So chat means they want you to bring up the spreadsheet view.
I know what chat means.
Oh, well. And there's the Lightbringer.
Who do you think I am? Lightbringer came through for Warrior?
You guys, yup, so...
He's got it.
Not sure about sitting on those misfortunes on the bench, but...
well, you need the 6 Sorcerer. And it doesn't save him.
Yeah.
It's another big hit for him to take. Vunon's going to take a big one as well. This is versus Chaos Seraph. He's gone off of it. Ixash in trouble on his own board. Will survive I Kill Shot's Druid comp. By the... maybe I spoke too soon. I didn't notice that Blade Dancer at the bottom of the board, and it did enough damage. Ixash is within 22 points of being the first team out.
With
You better have a good price for my
so I think it's going to be whether or not Killshot takes out the Warrior comps, or whether Warrior takes out Killshot. Oh, that's a really confusing name. Or whether Warrior takes out Killshot.
When the shadow taketh
Yeah.
away.
I'm a little bit concerned because I think that I just think Chaos Seraph has this in the bag, I will be honest. The amount of compositions right now that can counter him are also the compositions that are in the most trouble. Maybe if Killshot's Druid comp does more than I anticipated to, it stands at hope. Warrior holds, by the looks of things. Solid performance from his Sorcerer comp now online, but on Warrior's board, he's gone, as I said.
Yeah.
He's off the board.
Yup. So I think I favor Killshot now.
Really? So this was the calculus I did in my head, and to me, Chaos Seraph beats Killshot.
turn to dust in the vortex of the void.
I'm not sold. I don't think there's enough AoE in Chaos Seraph's board to take out enough of the beast summons.
Caph's heroes exit the game with just 10 more points, leaving their total at 54, which means a lot of people can beat them.
They have let me down, and they will be disciplined later.
Oh my god. Alright, so in my calculus, Killshot lost this late game. You think the Beast Swarm can come out on top? Let's reframe what he's against. Ixesh has full Warrior with a strong backline. Chaos Seraph has full Assassin with a decent-ish frontline. I'm going to watch this from Killshot's POV.
That's a big 3-star glutton on Zesh's board.
You're right. He's fat now. Well, I'm going to watch this from Killshot's POV because he's the comp that we know the least about. It's been a while since anyone has had the guts to run full beast in a competition like this.
Oh, and Killshot may be saving to go up to level 10 and throw in that Void Doom and go up to 4 Warlock. But no, I think that. So who do you think is the bigger threat to Killshot right now, Chaos or Zash?
I would say Zash, but I think Chaos Seraph beats Zash. To a little bit of rock paper scissors. Chaos Seraph does lose hard to Killshot.
Yeah.
Not even close.
And Killshot failed to take down Zash.
Rock, paper, scissors. Because I think Zash beats Killshot, Chaos Seraph beats Zash, and Killshot beats Chaos Seraph. Zash is the most likely to be able to break that paradigm, because I do think that given better backline damage, it could come out on top of Chaos Seraph.
So, I know you don't like it much, and I don't like it much either, but if you take a look at the spreadsheet and you look at the values of each player's army, Chaos Seraph's army is worth way less than either of the other two armies on the board right now.
That value column representing the amount of 2 stars, the amount of gems it would take to purchase the entire army currently on the board.
And that's not a good place to be in when he's got no economy.
Killshot, 21 HP. Facing Ixesh. Will swat away Ixesh's comp by the looks of things. Nope. Nope. I speak too soon. I should have trusted my gut. Zesh comes down on top. Chaos Seraph beats Killshot on his own board, though. Worth noting.
That's interesting.
Killshot loses to Zesh. Zesh lost. I didn't catch to who.
I don't remember. So this is iffy. I think now the thing that's going to make the decision about who goes out is how this next round assigns the players. If Killshot or Zesh gets attacked by the player that they are losing to, they'll be out.
Here we go. Potentially game ending. 3 teams still in, but only 3 players in for it. Exesh faces Killshot. Killshot faces Chaos Seraph. Exesh and Chaos Seraph face on their own board. We'll slot over to Exesh's board against Killshot. It does look like he's holding.
And I believe Killshot is holding against Seraph.
Chaos Seraph losing to Exesh.
Uh-oh. That Blade Dancer's doing a lot of work on Killshot's board, and I'm not sure Killshot is holding this anymore.
Yep.
He did not hold, but he'll survive.
6 HP, a narrow loss. Exesh still dealing with all the summons from Killshot. I didn't believe in Killshot's cup. There was a moment where you made me believe, but I still don't think I do. He's got a lot of
I
bank.
still believe in it because he's going up to 10 now, and he's putting in that Void Doom.
Uh-huh.
And going up to 4 rocks.
4x lifesteal. Okay.
I believe in him. I was a little worried that he was going to go out.
Lifesteal, right? Yes.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of lifesteal. And the Void Doom might get its spell off and do some damage too, and that'll help.
25% lifesteal. We'll watch it from Killshot's perspective. He faces Exesh. That's probably the worst draw from him.
And Zesh got Chaos. Oh, he got a lot of those summon procs, though.
Yes, so much so it's lagging my PC. There you go. Backline.
I don't know if it's going to matter. The Night Owl got silenced.
Yeah, they're all. You can see though, all the units are staying alive much longer. That's exclusively due to that lifesteal. And Chaos Seraph drops to Killshot, putting just 2 players left. They both win. Chaotic D's gone, 2nd place.
I believe in Killshot here.
Okay.
I will fight you on this, TJ.
You believe in Killshot. I trusted Exesh. It's all down to this. They have an AI round sorted out. Killshot burned a lot of his gem bank in order to get that, 10th board. Exesh actually sells his bench in order to get up to 22. I think he'll probably try and get to 9 players off of it.
Oh yeah, get the famine in. Get the famine in, get 4 undead.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know how much that'll help. Killshot just 14-0'd the Fire Golems.
Nice.
So this is probably going to be the last round, because if Killshot wins, Killshot is probably not going to struggle to do 11 damage at this point.
All right. My boy Exesh, your boy Killshot, head-to-head for the championship title.
Yeah, I was going to bring up the Ice Wolves chat, but they're not close enough to the Ice Wolves for it to matter.
Convoy Stealer, represented by Exesh. Should they win this, they come out on top. I think both teams actually win with 40 points. Yeah, both teams win with 40 points. Killshot, it would be a massive come-from-behind victory. His board is full. Good summon procs. The warrior is doing a lot of damage, though. You can see that undead buff.
I'm not thinking this is going to work out for him. I don't think he got the summon procs he needed, and there's way too much on his board.
Look at that undead buff. The stuns are there. Killshot's gone, and your champions are Combo Stealer.
I have been proven wrong.
As usual.
Victory is imminent.
No. But that's really exciting.
Yeah.
Because they just made that work. And that was down to the wire.
71 points for Combo Stealer, 30, 50, 60 points for a Troubled Few.
That 1 point HP bonus.
Yeah, you know, you gotta count, otherwise chat shouts at me.
As you do.
That closes Group A, the Academy Group, with Combo Stealer in first place. Congratulations to them with a grand total of 71 points. A Troubled Few closed the group with 60. Caps Heroes at 54, and Chaotic D in a surprise last place with just 30 points. We still have Group B to come, so don't go far. Group B, of course, is the beautiful group assembled out of people that previously won from Group A. So it should be a spicy one. Let me grab the teams real quick so you can get a little shout out for them. It will be Dark Warriors, Dark Magician and Warrior. Spooby's Kruby, Spooby, HD and Maxine. Emo's Not Dead, Top Fencer and Method. And XXI Esports, Suit S and MTH. So it should be a lot of fun. Lots of good players in that group. Don't go far. We'll be back with that in about 10 minutes. Caphriel, you have the last word. Pick it quickly.
Spork.
Why won't you tell me something new? You waited for someone to save you and left me all alone. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall, but the only hurt was me. It's the longest night of my life, and the longest goodbye I've cried. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. When you love someone, you just can't stop. Spin the wheels until they drop. Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna fill your gap without making a mess. And you won't you tell me something new? You wait for someone to save you and left me all alone. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall, but the only hurt was the most humble possible way, and the strongest way I can say, I wish you all the best I can. Then I stop myself for a while. I'm saying things I don't believe. The pain's rising up in me. You won't you tell me something new? You waited for someone to save you and left me all alone. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall, but the only hurt was
You're like a circle that floats around me, keeping me safe and sound. And when I fall, you tied a rope to me. You're blessing me every day. I was down with an illusion, like a sparrow with broken wings. But now I shine with your reflection on me. I'm getting back up on my feet. That you showed up was written in my palm. You are a statement, explode like a bomb. I get to push myself to victory. You make me winner. You cut me loose.
another funeral. Why should I stay here, but where can I go? Do you still bother, or are you sick of it all? Why do you stay and nowhere to go? No one could love you like I do.
Welcome back. I'm back. So is Caphriel.
Hello.
Hey. I was just gonna leave that there, but if you wanna,
Ah.
do you wanna do the intro as I would do it?
All right. Hey everyone. I'm EsportsTj, and I'm here with Co-op Clash presented by Premier Gaming.
All right. You gotta hit that Premier Gaming, but
I
otherwise
can't
solid.
do the British accent. I'm sorry.
It's not. No, they're different. There's a difference in terminology. Premier is first, whereas Premier is best.
Oh,
And
I hadn't noticed
they
that.
are spelt differently. Anyway, welcome back to the Co-op Clash presented by Premier Gaming. My name is TJ, joined by Caphriel. We're into Group B. Game 1 of Group B, to be especially specific. And this will be our testing grounds. The best of the best, Caphriel.
I'm excited for this. Are you excited for this?
No. Cyborgs across the board, which is part of the
Ooh.
reason, I guess, I'm not excited. It was a snappy answer. I didn't think it through.
So, as we talked about last game, cyborgs across the board is good news for the people who aren't doing it.
Yeah, a lot of people are doing early game cyborgs and then transitioning to other things. It was how we got that full assassin comp that almost won last game. Or did win, sorry. But I think efficacy of that is greatly dependent on your ability to get the ideal roles in the mid-game, and it's also less effective at playing that transitional role than warrior comps. The advantage it does have is warrior comps are going to lose these early game rounds to cyborg comps, because warriors don't do early game as well.
And if you can get that win streak going and then make the transition work, that's fantastic.
I still, in my own personal play, prefer to fight for the few warriors that you get offered early on, though.
Oh yeah,
Just
absolutely.
think it's a more sustainable comp than going full cyborg, or even partial cyborg during the early game. Because
There's
let's be real,
There's
if you're
there's
part
what?
cyborg, you're still a cyborg.
Yeah. It's funny how that works.
It's what cyborgs are.
There's what, 4 warriors that show up early now?
Yeah.
Puffer, Glutton. No, 5. Puffer, Glutton, Bangar, Wukong, and Ice Tusk.
Yeah.
So getting 3 of those isn't that hard.
No. But people seem to lean away from it these days. Let's take a tour of the boards. Where's everyone going? 2 Rider, 2 Engineer from Spooby. His buddies also lean towards the Engineer, but seems to be flashing a little bit of Cyborg, or a little bit of Assassin rather, just to see what happens. Down the line, lots still of Cyborgs, but I'm assuming that will be transitioned away from. Dark Magician might choose to stick with the Cyborgs because he does have the Stalker drone, which is incredibly rare and very powerful, especially during the early game and late game. I'm looking also at the Warrior Demon setups that we have further down the board. That could get good. And Double Goblin from Top Fencer.
I do like the Double Goblin, but I don't like Top Fencer's HP.
No, it's hard to like. He took a few big hits. MTH also a little bit lower on those HP bars, 78 HP. He's got himself an early 3 furries done. 2 of those being passed by Suit S. One of those, his backline, the Fire Fur.
And I do know you like furries, TJ.
Big fan.
Yeah.
So, if you can get the shield going mid-game, it's like not bad. The problem is it's such an investment that by the time you get late game, you're full committed to having a whole bunch of furries on your board. And then they betray you and don't really work out in the late game. The traitors.
They'd better hide somewhere. I can't find
Typical furry behavior.
I'm saying furries aren't real Americans. Top of the
Have
board.
you ever actually seen somebody go furries late game? I noticed with the change to the Starhorn that people have tried, but furries just aren't as good of a front line as anything, like literally almost anything else you could have.
Mm-hmm. Well, so I've seen like 2 furries late game, but that's just happened kind of accidentally because you have a 2-star Wukong and a 3-star Bangar, and you just keep them
Right.
Right. But no, I don't normally see them because even if you're running Warrior late game, which I am an expressed fan of, there are other things that you want in that Warrior frontline.
Only victory will calm my
Bottom of the board, 59 HP for MTH. He's taken another pretty big hit. He's dropped to Warrior, who's running more cyborgs than I thought he would. Why is this? Oh, right, because he's got that Stalker drone.
And MTH has kind of a little bit of an iffy comp going so far.
How is it that Warrior and Dark Magician have 3 Stalker drones between them? They're incredibly difficult units to find.
You know, I bet they both wish that they had 3 Stalker drones between one of them, though.
You know, you're not wrong. It has enabled both of them to get...
As always.
I think you... I think you're correct a solid 62% of the time.
That's way higher than I thought you were going to say. But then I do know that you're bad at numbers, so...
Alright, way to just dunk on my insecurities, Cap. Warrior and Dark Magician have both run 3 Hunter off the back of getting that Stalker drone, which is especially effective during the early game. I tend to side against, I've talked about this many times, Hunter comps during the late game, because they target single targets, and during late game, they get outscaled by basically units that are doing the same amount of damage but AoE, and also they're useless once a warrior frontline or an assassin gets to them.
You know, depends on the assassins, I think. I've run 6 Hunter sometimes, and I wouldn't say it's a great comp, but against somebody who's running 3 assassins, the Hunters will just eat the assassins alive and then go back to work on the enemy front line.
Yeah, depends on the assassin, depends on the rest of the Hunter comp, but I don't think Hunters are bad, but I also, especially in competitive play, would prefer a late game turn that includes a little bit more AoE. You can do that with a warrior frontline that contains General of War, Shakaraka, and Kraken, and still keep a Hunter buff. You can also do that by going Cyborg, because then you have your Hunters plus Cyborgs.
That's basically exactly what I was going to say, is the only way I see the late game Hunter working is if it actually switches out into more of a CC comp, but you need the Shakaraka for that. And if you try to go for the Cyborg comp, you need one of those legendary Cyborgs. So...
MTH.
It's rough.
MTH is in the bottom of this board. He's got himself Demon Punisher, which I know you're a fan of. Sudet's his buddy, running into assassins with some warriors.
We've saw Assassin Warrior the last time I was on this stream as the dominant thing, but assassins have been nerfed since then. And the Assassin Warrior comp didn't do so great in Group A. Do you think it's going to do better here?
I think it's too little warrior and too little assassin.
Oh, well,
And
that's not great.
previously, when both warrior and assassin were great, having a little bit of both meant that you couldn't hard counter either, and then you were good. Warrior, I think, is still great, but typically only because you follow it with something, and assassin is no longer fantastic. So, what you end up with is not enough assassin to make me believe in the assassin, and not enough warrior to make me believe in the warrior. Maybe if you go full warrior and then some of your backline is assassin, I'd buy that. But
I could buy 6 warrior, 3 assassin if you can get up to level 9. But
yeah.
why would you do that when you could have 2 undead, 2 goblins, 2 beasts, and 2 warlocks?
You took the words I was about to say and said them instead.
You're welcome.
No problem. Sudas, 51 HP. MTH at 42 HP. Both of them
Those
kind
are
of
some, and those are some impressively low HP numbers for round 12.
Suits did make a transition away from the assassins. This is full warrior by the looks of things now.
That's exciting. I like that.
And a goblin berserker as one of those warriors.
You're short, but you sure can fight.
That's good. The berserker seems really, really important in the full warrior comp because it adds damage while also being a warrior.
And not just damage, but backline damage as well.
Right.
You can put it behind the warrior line, and it just ramps up.
Not that
You never know who's gonna have the last
it's bad on the front line. It's not the tankiest warrior, but it's reasonably durable because it's a tier 4 unit. But no, I do think that going for the all warrior comp, you really need at least 2 of the epic tier warriors.
I'm a big fan just because it gives me somewhere to put my crit blades. I always seem to get a ton of crit blades and shocking daggers whenever I go warrior. And I'm like, aha! Now I have somewhere to put them.
That's not the worst thing in the world. They're way more upsetting when you're just building sorcerers and you keep getting crit blades, and it's like, well, that's fine.
Let's go MTH. He's got himself 4 Demon 4 Rider. But just 29 HP. Somebody hold him. The Demon comp,
not it.
You don't want to hold him? Okay.
No.
The Demon comp, I'm not the biggest fan of. I will be honest, because I don't think it scales into late game. Normally it does much better than this during the early game, though, so I'm a little bit alarmed that it's performing this poorly.
You know, I think it actually does scale okay into the late game if you get the right demons and you get them leveled up.
What are the right demons, in your opinion?
You want the Executioner for sure, and probably the Nether Prince, to be honest, if you can get the levels.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like demons, and especially the Punisher bonus in the current warrior meta, because the demon Punisher bonus adds physical damage.
I thought you were quoting my parish priest.
No.
But I don't like demons. I was like, I'm on board.
Yeah.
And then you said just because of their levels. And I was like, ah.
I think that the Punisher comp suffers from the warriors being really popular right now.
Yeah. I think against any other meta it would do better. And you can see MTH is winning a lot of mid-game rounds against everyone who's not running full warrior.
Yeah. Unfortunately, as the game goes on, the surviving players are going to be the ones that are running full warrior.
Yeah. Top Fencer and my boy. I'm so upset by the way that this game cuts off people's names.
Yeah. You can just call him... No.
His name... Right, so his name's Method. But it cuts off to meth. And that's, like, not great. The other game that does this that I've been casting recently is Rainbow Six. Rainbow Six Siege abbreviates everyone's name to the first 3 letters of their name. And I was thinking about that. And actually in Rainbow Six it expands to their full name once you spectate them. But I was thinking about that, and 3 letters is safer because it very rarely will form an unintended word.
Right, and because of a lot of conventions, there's a really good chance that the first 3 characters are just going to be their clan tag.
Exactly.
So
anyway,
that works out, I think.
Meth is currently struggling. 5 human, 3 sorcerer.
That's got room to scale. Getting that last human in will do it. Can we go talk about Maxide, though? Or
Sure.
is that Maxi D, who is still at 100% HP?
Yeah. You could say.
That's
He's
an impressive achievement.
having a great time here. A lot of it is off the back of full assassin. He's being passed himself. Or he's being passed, but oh my god, is he going to lose the round we talk about? It's all on this blade dancer.
Caster's Curse.
We're good. You don't have the power yet, Caphriel.
You do.
I didn't say he was very impressive though. So he was safe. So he's just got 6 assassin, and this is an excellent example of why the co-op mode is different. Actually, 7 assassin to be fair. This is an example of why the co-op mode is different. He's getting past and the 2 riders that are functioning as his frontline. He would struggle to make this composition work during the standard mode because he wouldn't have a solid frontline that would distract his opponents while his assassins did the work. But because he's just getting handed 2 riders, they aggro on the riders, his assassins win the backline, and he wins the game.
Yeah, and with that Warlock buff in, those assassins are going to pick up some pretty big shields right at the beginning of each round.
If you're not familiar, the Warlock lifesteal buff currently at 15% for this team. If you overheal, if you're doing lifesteal damage while you're at max HP, it counts as shield. It builds shield, which is great fun on hunter comps, because your hunters have the biggest shield since the furries. And it's also very solid on assassin comps, where your assassins are doing massive burst damage at the head of the round, because they go in, deal their burst, get a big shield, then they go on to fight down the round, and they can take a little bit extra damage.
And I think that's a pretty good game design decision. It helps soften the little bit of the randomness where you don't want your heals to get wasted because the enemy comp ends up focusing down one of your units at a time. So you always get the same HP value when you do damage, regardless of whether or not you were damaged.
Maxide continues to dominate, so let's tab over to Suit S, who's struggling at the bottom of the card. He's on a bit of a win streak right now. He's got 6 warriors, and actually Method's in more trouble. Let me pull up the numbers. So Method with 1 loss, or sorry, 3 losses in a row. MTH with 1 loss. Warrior on a 3-loss streak at 16 HP is the next lowest. So let's talk about the 2 members of Sudes and MTH, who I believe are Org XXIII.
That's 13. Organization 13.
Right, but I like to rob them of their power.
Oh.
They have a warrior frontline on Sutas and full demon still on MTH with 5 rider. Not a fan of rider or demon, so I'm not a fan of MTH's comp.
I'm shocked by this.
Beating top fencer though, so that should be a safe round. And Sutas manages to win versus Method, just as Method is annihilated. He'll be dropped, our first player out of the game.
So, do you think that if MTH gets that 6th rider in there, if that would make a big difference?
I mean, short term, yes. But I would encourage him not to do so. He does have the 6th rider in the form of the Dragoon on his bench. I would encourage him not to do so, Because as I've said many, many times before, I don't believe in a rider late game. I think that if you're in late game, you need something other than just solid frontline. The advantage warrior comps have is that many of the warriors have the AoE stuns necessary to open things up. Then you also have backline characters that function very well behind the warriors because the warriors have this wide smattering of buffs that combo well.
So
riders after their nerf don't work that well anymore.
here's a simple improvement I would suggest for MTH, which would be to put in the Dragoon for the Goblin Rider. The Goblin Rider's not giving him the Goblin bonus, and the Dragoon is a significantly better 1-star unit.
You're right. And got
And
oh
would get the
my
human bonus.
god. Happens literally as soon as you call it.
I'm a wizard.
Nice. MTH doesn't have that 6 rider buff. And this may be his last round on planet Earth versus Maxeed. Still undefeated. Still all-powerful.
There's a
Still
good chance the team goes
annihilating
out.
backlines. Hold on to something, Cap. Because in the blink of an eye, MTH is just gone.
Rip. Rip.
Yep. Something was ripped.
Those assassins are powerful.
Sudas. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Blade Dancer.
Yeah. Yeah,
Blade
that's
Dancer!
what I was trying to that's what I was trying to say. Is there was a chance the entire team was going to go out this round.
Blade Dancer, my god. 11 HP left on Sudas, and he does get a 2-star werewolf. So
Yeah, and Warriors down to 5 HP.
Mm-hmm. Dark Magician, his body's doing pretty well, though. So
Yeah, and Spooby's not doing great, but
He's got
Maxine
6
is still doing
cyborg.
fantastic.
if Warrior loses this game with 6 Cyborg, I'm gonna be so upset.
Aw.
Literally, my hearts and dreams will be shattered. Big stud on his backline Cyborg, but he's got a Terminator, and that's got to count for something, right? As the Terminator damage comes through, he's also got the ultimate weapon. He wins that round easy. Sutas also comes out on top.
That's big AoE damage. Really big AoE damage. And
So
if he holds on, he's got a good chance to make it through the rest of this game.
Yeah, I feel like Warrior has survived the danger zone of the Cyborgs. Cyborg danger zone is mid-game, when you don't yet have the late-game Cyborgs, and your comp doesn't benefit from the 6 Cyborg 4 Engineer buff. He now has those benefits. He is a member of the Cyborg Club. He also has 2 Assassins, pretty beefy ones.
Yeah. I like that he's got the Stinger in there, because that's also with the Famine giving him the Undead bonus, and that's making the most out of the space on the board to get the 3 Assassin and 3 Hunter and 2 Undead.
Uh-oh.
But
we lose
with
top
5
fencer.
HP, he's just one bad experience away.
We lose Tom Fencer. Spooby beats Warrior, which is notable. So, with Tom Fencer dropping out, Organization 13 is our first team eliminated. Or is that... No, that's Emo's Not Dead.
That's Emo's Not Dead. Emo's Not Dead is out in 4th place and gets 10 points.
They are dead, as a matter of fact. Emo might not
is
be
dead.
I think Emo's still alive.
Yeah.
Because I've seen how much black they're wearing now that they've lost.
Emo's undead.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But hey, that means they get an armor debuff for all their opponents.
I've seen Top Fencer's wardrobe as well. Lots of lace. You know? Black lace. Very empty.
I'll take your word for this.
Mm-hmm. Man, I'm so scared. Warrior and Dark Magician, a grand total of 9 HP between them as a team. Spoovy HD, 14 HP, but he's been on it a while, so I guess he's fine. He's running a little bit of everything, but doing it real well. 3 Assassin, 3 Cyborg, 3 Engineer, 3 Rider.
So what I'd like to see is where the first or the next meeting of Maxi and Warrior happens. Whose story happens on it?
You know who wouldn't want to have that meeting? Warrior.
Warrior? Yeah, no, I would say that Warrior would probably want us to see an attack on Maxi to get a sense of how his comp is going to handle that one. Because I don't think that it will handle it very well right now.
Yeah, if his ultimate weapon and/or Terminator just get deleted by Maxi's assassins, it won't much matter. And that's a 3-star cyborg ninja that Maxine just locked in.
Oof. And Warrior's still got a bunch of 1-stars on the board.
Yep. He's got to make comp. And so he's got 3 1-stars, and they're all like the most critical things to his lineup that he can't trade out no matter what. Terminator, Ultimate Weapon, and General of War.
Yeah, and the one that's getting passed, the Ground Smasher that his teammate's passing him, is also a 1-star.
Yeah.
And that's not good, because your Ground Smasher is one of your
he's
big
got
tanky
Maxine.
boys.
He shifted to a corner comp the round before. We'll see if it saves him. The assassins get into his backline. There's the General of War. Ultimate Weapon already cast the bomb. There's the cast actually from the Terminator as well. But his backline's gone, and so is he. Dark Magician will need to fight for his team's survival. He's got Spooby. He's gone as well. And that's another team eliminated. Dark Warriors are out. Immediately afterwards, we lose another team. And that's going to be the entire game over in one round.
Wow.
That was 11 bonus points. I made sure to check for Spoopy's Krubby.
Yes.
So, 51 points. Then Dark Warriors gets 20 points as they went out slightly before Org 13, which get 30 points. Let me just...
That was a pretty convincing win.
Let me just sort that. Boom. That is your updated scoreboard. Spoopy's Krubby with 51 points. I'm terrified. And all of that, like, Spoopy did all right. I liked towards his late game. But the lesson I've drawn now from 2 games today are that full assassin is what's undone. There is nothing that can beat that just yet.
And I gotta be honest, I'm a little disappointed.
You're a little disappointed that full assassin isn't dead?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll go to a quick break. We'll give you a moment to kind of soak in the disappointment, like a nice bath. When we come back, it's Game 2, the decider round for Group B. Don't go far. We've still got 1 match to go tonight. You're back, which means we're back for the Co-op Clash presented by Premier Gaming. Sorry we ran a little bit over timer. Caphriel had to make some friends. We're back into things now with game number 2.
And I'm feeling so much better about myself now that I have all these new friends. And really, isn't that worth the delay?
No. Game number 2. By the way, shout out to Caphriel. He did all of that Game 1 cast without being in the game, and I don't think anyone noticed. Which either means your cast was incredibly good then, or a little bit terrible normally.
And I'm gonna kind of lean toward column B here.
Alright, well, you know what? I'd like you to know that I think you're incredible. Especially then.
Thank you.
Game number 2. Spooby's Kruby dominated Game 1 in Group A. Mostly, I gotta be honest, off the back of Max Seed, who didn't lose a single point of HP. Let's take a look
Gotta work those core muscles a lot when you carry so hard.
Put Spooby in the backpack. He's short, I assume. Put him in the backpack. Carried him up the mountain. Maxeed, this round starts Cyborg. Does seem to be a lot of people starting Cyborg, less so this game.
It's a little disappointing, to be honest. It was really exciting seeing almost everybody go Cyborg.
Only one person has gone full Cyborg, though. At which point, fun fact, you're just a robot. That was... Oh, help me, dear Lord in heaven.
I don't remember.
Oh, thanks, Lord in heaven.
You're welcome, TJ.
Hold up, hang on. Hold up, hang on. Hold up. Okay, go again.
No.
What?
You're welcome, TJ.
There we go. That's all I wanted.
Yeah. It was Warrior, maybe.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah. So, Warrior, at the moment, speaking of Warrior, already has a 2-star Nightingale and a Devourer.
Yeah, he looks real good. This is going to be
So
chasing
we're going
the
to see if
Demon
that
Call
early
at the
game
very
Demon
least.
Punisher thing checks out that you were talking about.
I think early game Demon Punisher is solid. I normally ask people...
Oh my... that's disgusting.
You looking at his upgrades?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
All right, well,
And I'm disgusted.
For the sake of the law, I'm going to have to ask you to look away. I do really think that Demon Punisher doesn't work late game. I know you think differently, but I think it's not a scalable enough buff for late game victory.
I don't think differently, but I'll pretend otherwise if it makes the conversation more interesting.
Okay. Well, you know what? I don't think disagreement is necessary for discourse.
Well, okay then. I agree with you.
Thanks. Spooby running a little bit of Elf in this early game. See those dodges
That's
going off
interesting.
as he faces.
We haven't
Warrior.
seen much Elf, like, ever.
I'm of the opinion that Elf is a little bit underrated, but the compositions that we have these days, a lot of sorcerers, lots of AoE damage from late game stuns. Kind of ignore the Elf buff. If you're running into Hunter, the Elves are super good. But nobody is. Maxeed actually... So Spooby's actually getting past the majority of his elf buff. And Maxeed, who is passing him the necessary tools to go full elf buff, isn't running elf himself. Uh-oh. I think I've lost you, Caphriel. I'll let you work on that. So... a little bit interesting the way that's working out. The Unicorn Cavalier is the majority of the damage, in theory, but that's all. The big thing for me as we continue here is going to be Dark Magician. Oh, clicks from Caphriel.
Hey.
Welcome back.
Hi.
What happened?
It's good to be back. Did you miss me?
A little bit. What happened?
My headset decided to mute itself.
Oh. Okay.
These are the fun and exciting things you deal with in the world of amateur casting. I don't have the budget for better hardware.
Well, I'll let you know I have real good hardware, and it hurts my ears a little bit, so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. I consider that a moral victory.
Oh. Wow. All right. Warrior facing backseat here. Not playing around the assassins or anything like that. This is Demon Punisher, Cyborg, Beast. Everything you want for a solid early game.
Yeah.
Maxine, our champion, our undefeated leader from the last game. Not doing so great this time round.
Not doing too bad. There's a lot of people in worse stats, a couple of upgrades.
Whew. Can say that again. Or not. Up to you.
That's a couple of upgrades.
Okay, thank you. 3 assassins in the back line, 2 goblins up front. One of those goblins is the Hog Rider, getting shuffled over from Spooby's board. This isn't like a... okay, the trades come through.
Yeah, I like that change.
No goblin buff, instead you have Cyborg for the front line.
No, I don't like that much of the change.
Okay, I'll tell you why it's a better change than you think it is. Because the Cyborgs are the ultimate distraction for your assassins. And one of them will succeed, in theory. Either you're facing a composition that is capable of holding back the assassins, in which case they are probably vulnerable to the regeneration of the Cyborgs during this early game, or you're facing a competition that is capable of holding against the regeneration of the Cyborgs, in which case they probably have a squishy backline that the assassins will destroy. It's a very, very good comp. That's why Assassin Cyborg as a composition that people run was so powerful a couple of weeks ago. With the Assassin nerfs, we have been of the opinion here on this desk that you need to go full Assassin, and that's what we've seen tonight. But it's definitely workable during this early game.
Okay, there we're seeing that was kind of the thing I wanted to see, which was that if the goblins were coming out, why leave the Voodoo Elder on the board?
Yeah. More like Voo don't, Elder.
Haha.
Works them that way. Because he's a Voodoo Elder, but instead he's a Voo don't Elder.
It's a funny grammar joke.
Thanks.
So Method's having a bit of a rough time, and so is Suits.
Yeah, I was going to talk about Mr. Suit S.
All right, let's talk about Suit S.
All right, Suit S. Having a little bit of a bad time. That's for Beast. Maybe some Druid in his future.
There is nothing I like about that comp right now.
All 1-star.
Yeah, except for a Druid that is my least favorite Druid, and he is selling.
All right. What do you dislike about my man's the Witch Doctor?
It's not that great of a unit. Like, the Healing Totem is alright, I guess. The Witch Doctor just doesn't put out that much damage in general.
And during the early game, the Healing Totem's sick. It is, like, enough to win rounds. During late game, especially in the current meta, I feel like people just have enough burst damage that nobody notices it.
Right, and because everything's a 1-star, except for the Witch Doctor, it's all dead before the Healing Totem comes out.
Yep. 39 HP.
Method's comp is struggling a little bit, but it's not as completely falling apart as Suits is right now. And I don't necessarily blame Suits for this. It just means that not getting the rolls to get anything better.
Let's talk it through. This is 4 Assassin with the Frontline Warriors, Undead, and Oceanborn buff is casual pickups. I don't think that's bad at all.
No, I like where Method is going with this. It's just not quite there yet. Still a lot of 1-stars on the board, but could easily switch over to 6 Warrior if the furries on the bench level up.
Don't even
I want to.
Oh, no.
Whoa! Suit just made a 3-star druid.
Yeah. And
You want to talk shit about that witch doctor now, Cap?
Yes.
Oh.
He just made a 3-star druid the hard way.
Look at how big he is, boy.
He is a big boy.
How much HP does he have? 44,000?
Not a lot. He has less than that 2-star werewolf.
Right, but 4,000 isn't bad for a witch doctor.
It's not.
Not good for other units, but it's not bad for a witch doctor. I thought the 3-star had
He
less
doesn't
HP,
have that
which is why I
voodoo
was
that you
positive.
do.
Overall, he's just getting swatted still, though. The 2-star werewolf, I think, was the more important upgrade. You can see it actually buying him a little bit of time, but... Ouch!
Yeah.
30
But
HP.
At this rate, he's going to be out by, like, round 16 or 17.
Yup.
Another 2-star warrior on the front, but... Oh, God. Suits just went to level 7 with an empty bench. That was a good roll.
Yeah. What do you mean, empty bench? Slide in the Nether Prince.
Method just got a couple of upgrades. So the thing I like the most about Method's board right now is that there's 2-2-star sirens.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just really upsetting.
Yeah. Siren ult, of course, redirects the focus when they would call it into it. They attack their allies for a moment. I've never found it particularly powerful against a lot of the warrior comps, but if you have like a stalker drone, and you get like a 2-star stalker drone to crit their buddy, it can be real fun. Unfortunately, Method's facing assassin warrior.
Unfortunately, you need something that's not going to die.
Yeah. 20 HP. Suits even lower, 16 HP.
But they're really the only ones that are struggling here. Everybody else is remarkably healthy.
Yeah. But I think that's... When you have games like this where like 1 or 2 people are struggling and everyone else is doing great, what that means is that the people that are struggling are getting dunked on repeatedly and they drop out of the game real fast.
Yeah. And in a free-for-all, that would quickly accelerate the rate at which everybody else dies, but in a team game, not so much. Although I guess it's going to reduce the easy holds that are going around. So, talking about the Demon Punisher thing, because Warrior's doing surprisingly okay, but has decided to mix assassins with the demons and punishers. And as we talked about last time, I don't like that much.
You don't like assassins mixed in, partially committed?
No. I don't like assassins with punishers because those are all units that do damage.
You want some units that can take a hit.
I want some frontline in that.
It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep on fighting.
Yeah, exactly. And
Great.
that's why I like Dark Magic's comp more.
Similar composition, but he's got warrior in addition
Warriors
to the
instead of assassins.
I'm going to throw over to Suits because he's on 4 HP.
Uh-oh.
Warlock just got an upgrade to one of those Warlocks, in fact, the Nether Prince. Lots of summons this time from his 2 Marsh Lords being played.
It's going to be enough.
But he's getting swarmed, as you call. And
he got Dark Magician's comp, and he is out because beasts don't beat demons.
Goodbye, Suits.
Goodbye. You are the best dressed of us.
I'm not fighting alone. The pack
I'm not going to lie.
is hunting.
Got out of Suits quicker than Meghan Markle, who left Suits to join the British monarchy.
Yeah,
But I knew that wasn't a joke you'd get because you don't watch television.
it's true.
Suits was a television show that Meghan Markle was on. Might still be on, actually.
Thank you for explaining this joke to me.
No problem.
Now I appreciate the humor you have produced.
Great. Method. 13 HP. I thought they won a round last time, but they actually didn't. They just lost by a small amount as opposed to a big amount. Still good. A lot of that stabilization has come from the introduction of a General of War to their comp.
Take my son.
Definitely helps a lot with assassins, gives them much more time to do their damage.
This is going. So this is going to be entirely. Ooh. Did they just swap away from the General of War? They did. They swapped away from the General of War to get a Horde Menace in. Okay, good. Whew. Swap back. I was so upset for a hot minute.
They're getting past the General.
Yes, and the General of War was swapped out for the Horde Menace. The logic, I think, behind that was that they could get the Beast buff. But I'm not going to lie, having the stun from the General of War is probably what's keeping him in this game.
Yep, we're about to see, I guess.
Yep, big stun from the General of War. That turns the middle of the map a little bit. Meanwhile, their assassins are scaling into the damage, but not well enough. This is going to be a tight. They're all so low on HP that Calamity takes a lot of hits before it goes down, and there's a Cyborg buff on this last boy. But he's out of the danger zone. He's not going to lose on this round. It's another minor loss. Couple HP shaved off the top. But if he doesn't have that General of War, he leaves the game that round.
I think he should go up to 6 warriors.
Can he? Oh, yeah.
Well, he could have briefly. He just sold the Executioner.
With the Wukong, he could have gone to 6 warrior.
Yeah, he had the Executioner, and he could have gone up to 6 warriors. And I think that would have been a better combo.
Just got the Goblin Berserker.
Yeah, but I would have preferred the Executioner.
Doesn't play on.
Well, I think instead he's going to bow out of this tournament.
Versus Warrior, who has been losing a few rounds. And it seems like he's able to clean up a lot of the backline of Warrior pretty early on.
Yeah, actually, this is looking pretty good for him.
Oh my god, you need to stop calling rounds. Still in stealth, we'll see what the Lilith can do. No, that's hard. That's 4 HP left per method.
Yeah. What is Warrior? Oh, Warrior is shifted even more toward having backline stuff.
Yeah.
I really don't like this from Warrior.
Really?
Yeah.
I like him giving himself potential pivot points.
Yeah, that's fair.
These are
he's got
points
an
of rotation.
He's got an economy. He's got HP. He can make that work.
Stinger just got an upgrade for Method. Or is it Striker? I always get it mixed up. Stinger.
It's Stinger.
That's right. Yeah. 2-star Stinger now on the board. That'll help.
That's going to help a lot.
Versus Maxide, though. 25 HP on Maxide. He's lost a few rounds, but not as much recently. Good damage on the opposing assassins. They've got his backline.
Has more assassins. And that might make the difference here.
These assassin rounds are so hard to track. I think he's got it, though. His General of War just went down, but there are only 2 assassins opposing, and they can't possibly do enough damage to overwhelm. It's his first win in a while. You're officially banned from calling rounds midway through. I think every time you called a round midway through, it's flipped on a dime.
Oh, I wasn't watching the round. I was like checking out what Maxide was running to see what was going to happen. And I was like, oh, 6 assassins? That's probably going to beat lesser assassins. But no.
I like the consistency, though. I feel like if you call a round on a head-to-head,
I'm running a loss streak. I'm trying to get my gem bonus up.
Oh. Method, 4 HP, no upgrades to be had. He's resting on his laurels, which seems a bit dangerous to me. MTH, he's getting pretty good opponent rolls.
It helps a bit.
It was MTH that we criticized so much earlier. He might actually be the one to do it. Those beast summons so good against the assassins. Overwhelmingly on both sides, forcing them to target kind of bad calls. Only 2 of the assassins left as the siren falls, but the werewolf holds strong.
Werewolf is there. Yeah.
Yep. And he's got it. Another win.
No one can escape their fate.
One of the things I'm enjoying about this game is that there isn't anybody running away with it.
Nope. Spooby, I think, tried to run away with it, got tackled NFL style.
Little bit. Nobody seems to have pulled out that 6 warrior yet either. Oh wait, Dark Magician has it. Oh. You know, I like Dark Magician's comp a lot.
Yeah, let's talk about it. He's got that 6 warrior frontline backed by the demons.
Yeah. And he's got the beast bonus. If he could get in the Goblin Warlock, I think that would be really great for him.
I'll keep my eyes.
That would get him the Goblin bonus and the Warlock bonus, and I think that would push him pretty far toward from, like, good to how do you beat this.
All right, it's a PvP round again, so we'll go back to Method because he's still in danger zone.
Boy, is he.
He sold his Goblin Berserker that he had on his bench. Got rid of it. Which begs the question, why is he holding on to the Wukong?
No, the pedant is coming out. That's not how you use begs the question, but okay. I don't know. Maybe he's hoping to pick up a different 6th warrior to make 6 warriors. Is he passing it to his teammate?
No. Actually, this might be his final round. Oh, this is so scary.
What a week of
Hog Rider's going to get one of those at the very least.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No one
Yep.
can escape them.
He keeps winning these, like he cannot lose to a single unit on
of his
4
team.
HP, but he keeps doing it. He keeps winning by 1 unit, 2 units, barely enough.
And so Method is probably going to go out. Top Fencer's probably the hope for his team, right?
Okay. All right.
I mean, Method could survive the rest of this game on 4 HP, but it seems sketchy, right?
I'm just following your train of thought. Where are we going with this?
Do you think Top Fencer is going to be able to get to the mythical 6 warrior, 6 assassin combo?
It's hard without a co-op partner. Which, actually, it finally happens. Spooby faces him. That's the game.
And he's out.
Goodbye, Method.
But he is passing 2 important units for that kind of comp.
Mm-hmm. Being handed over 2-star Wukong, 2-star General Puffer to Top Fencer.
Werewolf and Puffer.
That's what I said.
It is what you said.
Okay.
You definitely didn't say Wukong.
I don't think I did.
So what's going on with MTH now? Last time we talked about MTH, you were like, yeah, MTH is actually doing all right.
I don't know.
And MTH is not doing all right.
Still got that 3-star Witch Doctor around.
Yeah.
So, shout out to him. Oh my god, chat's backing you up. I said Wukong. That hurts.
Yeah, I know.
Why didn't you tell me?
I did tell you, and then you argued with me, so I let it go.
Alright. Way to be passive-aggressive, Caphriel. Goodbye, Witch Doctor. Feels bad. But the rest of this... Oh, I'm not going to call this, actually, because that backline Punisher. And it's a glutton
Yeah, that
as well.
Punisher's going to do it. It's going to need a lot of good dodges from that Elf Cavalier, and it's not happening. But it's not going to be enough to kill him.
4
so
HP.
MTH is now on 4 HP.
Nice.
How does that make you feel, TJ?
Nice.
Nice.
Oh, what a weak opponent.
What can MTH do to try to improve here?
So it's hard, because the most obvious path of upgrade is through Rider, or Elf, and I don't believe in either of those paths of upgrade. He could try and go for a Beast comp, but he sold a Marsh Lord he had, which makes me think he's steering away from it.
That feels like a mistake to me.
I agree. I think he's got very limited options, and Beast would be his best bet.
Yeah, especially with what he's getting past from his departed teammate. I think Beast was probably his best choice. And 2-starring that Marsh Lord was the most accessible upgrade to his board. but I don't think it's going to matter now. I think instead that he's going to take a hike, and he is out.
That makes his team the first out. That is
Organization 13.
Organization 13, leaving this game with just 10 points, putting their total at 40 for the entire game. That might be enough to get third place, but I think the way the math works, it's going to be hard for anything else.
They would be able to tie Dark Warriors if Dark Warriors are the next out, and that doesn't seem likely.
That would get them a tied second place, which is technically not third.
Technically is the best kind of not third.
You would know as a fourth place finisher in these tournaments.
What are you talking about? I have never played in one of these tournaments.
People just believe you. And that's my fault, because I'm enough of a troll that I would lie about something like that. So it's totally my fault. But people just believe you over me and think that you've never played in the tournament.
All right, I'll set the record straight. I have never played in one of these tournaments.
Damn. He's good. Top fencer.
No, I played one, and my team came in fourth in both games. So I switched to casting.
That's roughly the trajectory of my casting career as well. Top
Checks
fencer. Sitting in last place here for Team Emo's Not Dead. Does have more HP than several other board members. But I'm not sure how much I believe in his call. He's got himself up to 5 Assassin, 6 Warrior. He needs to generate another good Assassin, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He needs to get to that mythical 6/6 comp, which is going to require the level up.
I'm trying to work out, and I'm going to need to see his board again, but I'm trying to work out where the extra space is going, because he's at...
This is just a minor setback.
Yeah. So he's got the 2 Warriors being passed over.
Yeah.
So where's the extra space gone?
What extra space? He's got
You're right,
6
he needs
Warriors.
to be 10, doesn't he?
Yeah, you need to be 10 for that. And he's saving for it.
Yep, 41 in the bank.
But what's he going to do when he gets
2-star
there?
Elf Dancer. Yay!
That's going to help a lot.
Could have
He's
gone for a
going to
3-star.
put in the
3-star
Venom. Yeah. That might have been a better call, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Or sitting on the Guru.
Well, no reason to sit on it when you're losing rounds and you have 2 things that you can reasonably upgrade.
Depends on how badly, but...
If he'd wanted a 2-star General of War, it might have been worth it, but I don't really think he wants a 2-star General of War because he's, like, the way his comp works, his General of War dies pretty quickly, regardless. So.
Yeah. Oof, that's rough.
Ooh, who'd we just lose? Max Seed at the top of the card.
Oh, wow.
I am your
And that bumps Spoovy's Krubby down to 3rd place.
Maxi, the winner of the last game, 100 HP, undefeated, one of only 2 players, I think, to do that in Group B of the Comp Clash.
The 6 Assassin didn't work out this time.
No, sir, it did not.
Shadow give us life.
Spoopy's got himself some upgrades, Warlock and Goblin, namely.
order received.
Through the Voodoo Elder.
5 undead.
That seems one too many undead.
That's a lot of zombies. That's like 3/4 of the way to a zombie apocalypse.
The zombie apocalypse, though, doesn't seem to be nearly as effective as it would be on paper. Instead, a lot of what's working for him is coming from his lifesteal. He needs better backline. I want to see him bin that famine. Bin the famine for literally any other hunter, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, at this point, you don't need the famine for the undead bonus. Why are you holding on to it? No hunter bonus.
Garbage is my Twitter campaign.
So is Top Fencer gonna go for the level? There's the level.
Top Fencer, as you say, his level 10. That means he is 6/6, 6 Warrior, 6 Assassin, which is pretty massive, to be honest.
Yeah.
We'll see who he gets against. Oh, Dark Magician, 2-star Guru, spent for a 3-star Lilith.
I like it.
Actually, 3-star Lilith is like the least exciting thing you could have spent that for, but all right.
There were no other options to spend a 2-star Guru for.
Okay. Top
It's not a
Fencer.
3-star.
Let's see how this works. His 6-6 comp.
The problem is he's got so many 1-stars on his board.
Uh-huh. The buffs don't seem to add up. Warriors got him.
No. It turns out that
Spooby's gone.
for the assassin buff to matter, you need to have 2-star assassins. Because 3x nothing is still nothing.
Speaking of nothing, Spooby's gone.
Oh no.
Dark Magician took him out. That's 71 points for Spooby's Krubby as the title to beat. And actually, the two teams left are the two teams that did the worst last game. How's that worked out?
So...
Dark
Top
Warriors,
Fencer-
can they do it? I don't think they can. Because they only have 10 points between them. This is a battle for second place. Then of 10 bonus points between them. The bonus points make the difference.
No, they would need it. That undefeated game from Max Seed has secured the team first place.
Mm-hmm. Very nicely
But
done.
one of these teams is going to take second, and we're going to have to see who it is. And there's a good chance that Top Fencer's going to be out pretty quick if he doesn't get some good upgrades.
We could just turn off the stream. Not that I'm advocating.
No.
I'm just pointing out that I have options.
You don't have that option, TJ. I know approximately where you live.
Oh, shit. That wasn't where I thought that sentence was going. Damn. Okay. Stream keeps going, then. Top Fencer, level 10, 6-6 comp, has no upgrades, makes no move to upgrade, with 20 in the bank.
Yeah. I don't know if I agree with that. The way he's been losing, he's got probably 2 more rounds, maybe 1, because the other team did get some upgrades.
This is a big loss. He's not.
This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. That 3-star Punisher, so much damage. Yeah. Yep. He had 1 round left.
Hey. Nerves
so
of steel,
what does
Top
Fencer
Fencer.
need?
Now you got to roll, though.
He's got to roll. He's got to roll. He's got to get the 3-star Bionic Ninja. He's got to maybe get the General of War upgraded, the Horned Menace, the
3-star.
Venom, something.
He does the General of War, not the 3-star Bionic Ninja.
I don't agree with that. He should have kept rolling and maybe gotten the General of War from something else.
Let them experience the pain that I've suffered.
I feel like you should be bidding everything for that 3-star Ninja.
Yeah, like, the Guru should have gone for the Ninja. Because a 3-star Bionic Ninja is going to do so much more damage, and its ult does so much more damage when it's 3-star.
Stuns through. General of War. Did that make a difference? Does seem to have. A little bit closer on the round, but he's still out, and it still hurts. And it's still Warrior and Dark Magician with, I believe, 6 bonus points between them.
Yes.
Let me do the math. 6 bonus points between them. That is plus first place 60, 70, 86 points in total. No. Am I right? I'm wrong.
That was not.
Oh, because there's 40 points, so
13.
it's 60. I did the math early.
Yeah.
66 points.
66 points.
Emo's Not Dead with second place get themselves a total of 40 points. Tied third place. First place goes to Spooby's Krubby, who earned their congratulations for the win. And it will be Dark Warriors in 66 points for second place. With a 6-6 comp, they get 66 points. Tell me that's a coincidence.
I don't believe in coincidences.
We got to get to the bottom of this. All right. Do you have any thoughts having closed out the tournament, Cap?
That was fun.
All right.
I'm excited for the return of the assassin meta.
Yeah. No, we do seem to be living in a meta where assassins are viable, but not OP. So my thoughts wrapping up the tournament are thanks, Mr. Tencent. Because
Thanks, Mr. Tencent.
assassins work, but not to the degree that there is no answer.
I want to see more people running Starhorns.
Heck yes, my dude. Sorcerer, human, still hella viable.
Yeah.
Assassin, still hella viable. Warrior, still very viable. The game's in a sick place right now.
It's in a pretty good state.
Balance, 10 out of 10. Better than StarCraft.
It's good balance, yeah.
That took a moment to impact. I heard that snicker.
Did he really just say that? He really just said that. Oh my goodness.
If you'd like to join the tournaments next week, we run them weekly. Hop on over to the Discord. That's Premier Gaming. You can find them on Twitter at Premier_Gaming. If you just Google it, you'll find their website. Premier Gaming is an incredible organizer, and they do these weekly. All you need to do to join is to hop into their Discord, where you'll have a good time. Can you, Jory, if you're still in the chat, can you spam the Discord link just to make people happy? If you click on that Discord link, you will be entered theoretically. You have to do some work first into the tournament, and then you can play. We have a Group B, which is a low ELO group, which means all you need to do is join, and even if you're maybe not the best yet, it's an academy, a chance to be great. Is that a good way to frame it, Cap?
Yeah.
I don't have a Discord bot. There we go. Jury's my Discord bot. There's the link.
Jury's not a bot. Jury's a cyborg.
Oh. Good distinction.
Yeah.
The final results for Group B, Spoolie's Grubby in first place. Congratulations to them. This VOD, if you'd like to watch any of it, will be on the Premier Gaming official YouTube channel, which you can find yet again in their Discord. Thank you so much for watching tonight. I had a great time. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter as EsportsTj. Caphriel's a nice dude, but he doesn't believe in social media, so if you'd like to send him a letter, please mail it to... You were supposed to say your address then.
I am not saying my address
You
on
sure?
stream. I know you're trying to set up.
I was just trying to make okay. 1600
put me in a spot
Pennsylvania
there.
Avenue.
You can mail it to me courtesy of TJ.
All right.
At
my address, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. That'll be all for tonight. Have a great rest of your evening. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Good night, everyone.
Two lovers want more. It's such a hopeless situation, but we do it again. Two lovers on the floor. Bad and no sore. Two lovers want more. Oh, it's such a hopeless situation, but we do it again. We do it again. Oh, we do it again. Oh, we do it again. We do it again.
Why won't you tell me something new? You waited for someone to save you and left